What's good? It's your favorite producer, Mike Chek Music, live on the Kickback Show. Join me and Dash Radio, Sean Muller. We up here doing big things. One love.
Mike Chek Music.
Big ballers, never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big ballers.
Hey, and we're back on the Kickback. We have returning guest, super producer, music entrepreneur, Mike Chek. What's happening, man?
Hey, Sean Muller, what is good, my brother? It's been a minute, man.
When's the last time you were on the show? Like last summer?
It's been like last summer, definitely. It was like a whole full year. It feels like a eon, an eternity, but it's good to be back, my brother. You looking good, man.
Thank you, bro.
Been working out?
Yeah, a little, man. Just
all right, I see
summer,
it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got nothing else to do.
Pull-up game happening. I love it. Love it.
But yo, you've been up to so much, man, since the last time we had you on the show, man.
Sure.
I heard so you're obviously you're still producing. Just for the people that don't know, who are the main producers that you've really worked with in your career?
The main artists?
Yeah.
Or producers?
Main artists that you've produced for.
Okay, because yeah, I worked with some producers too in the past, but for the most part, artists from top to bottom, I would say like Method Man, Gunplay, Riff Raff, Dollar Bill Gates, Nick James, High Tone, and the list goes on and on.
Crazy.
But those are the main guys that I really have like, very familiar family-like relationships with, and those are my guys. But, I got love for everybody.
I know, man. I never forget, like, when you came on the show last time, I knew that you had produced for Riff Raff, but I never realized, like, when Riff Raff was young in his career, you invested money in, like, one of his first big music videos and really created, like, a partnership that kind of became what Riff Raff is now.
Absolutely, man. And it's very interesting to sit back and watch, sometimes I'll get into my nostalgic like vibe and I'll go back and like go and look at all those old videos, man, and it just brings back so many memories. And it's so funny because it was like we were just so driven back in those times that, we didn't really realize how much work we were putting in. And when I look back now, I'm like, damn, we were fucking working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like a lot of the hard work and dedication comes in just from being passionate about this and just blacking out and getting into a vibe. And then before you know it, you got like a whole catalog of shit and like 5 or 6 years pass,
Yeah.
So it's just good to just be knee deep in your craft and not really be concerned with time, just create,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw on your Instagram story, I think it was you and Riff, and you guys were in a mansion.
Yeah.
I saw like Riff in a bedroom, I think, with 2 girls maybe.
They were twerking?
Yeah, they were twerking.
Yeah,
was that a music video? Or?
Actually, that was a new music video shot by my boy JR, Saint Visuals. Shout out to JR in Boston.
Hey, shout out Boston, always.
So me, JR, Riff Raff, we all got together to put together like a really, really magical project for an artist that I'm producing for and I also manage. His name is Snow Bear.
Snow Bear.
Yeah, so that's SNOWWBEAR. That's his handle for all you who just want to check him out and see what he's about. Real good dude, and he's on fire right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with him besides, as far as guiding him in his career?
I sit down with him and I'll play some music and literally like we could be on our way to the studio. I'll play something that's not even mixed yet. And he'll be like, I want to just get at it. And I'm like, nah, this ain't mixed. I still got some more tweaking to do. He's like, nah, let's just pull that up in the studio. I'll show you what I can do with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude will just take a beat, do what he does. We get in the lab and everything else is just magic, And he's the first artist that I've ever worked with that was that easy to work with, other than, the professionals that I've dealt with. But just somebody raw off the street is very impressive to watch,
That's dope.
Yeah.
Can you tell us like a little bit more about the music video and what was going on?
I don't want to give away too much, man.
Yeah.
But one thing I can say is, man, we fucking hired like 13 models, some of Las Vegas's finest stallions. We brought out a special guest. He's a small person.
Yeah.
I won't use the M word, but yeah, he's a small individual, smaller man.
Okay.
And he was in it, and he's actually the biggest boss in the video. So it's a pretty cool thing that we had going down. We rented out a huge $10 million villa. And like we just like really like what you're gonna see in the video is just us basically doing what we normally do, but just in a $10 million villa. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Riff Raff's got a mansion
really
out there, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I won't give away the location, and I almost did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely lives in Vegas, and he has a huge house.
What does he call that?
It's the Codeine Castle.
The Codeine Castle.
But I'm gonna put you onto some fly shit. Like I stayed with him like 2 weeks ago, and like, you know, my girl, his girl, we all just had like a huge barbecue and we chilled out and did like slumber thing, right? The house that we were staying in was a mini mansion, right? Come to find out that that's the dog house. We were staying in, you know, Jody Husky.
Yeah.
we were staying in his house. So yeah, he's just bought a mini mansion for the dogs.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to
Riff
see.
would do some shit like that.
You know, it's really good to see my guy doing well. You know, I'm really happy for him, man. He's my brother, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is he still ripped? Is he still working out like he
He's
was?
super ripped. As a matter of fact, he's doing like 6-hour gym regimens every day.
Crazy.
So like he has a trainer that comes and scoops him up early in the morning. He's gone. You won't see him again till 6 in the evening.
Yeah.
So like he's definitely going super hard right now, and it's all natural. You know, no GH. Don't believe what you hear. It's all natural. I've seen it. You know,
seen it.
It's just all bread and water and nutrients.
Yeah. That's crazy because I know he was doing that. Like I think he was getting ready for like WWE or something, but then he decided, I think, because Hulk Hogan's comments. And stuff.
See, you know, those guys over at WWE, and what a lot of people don't realize is that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that on the side of what you normally do.
Hell no.
And you know, Riff has an extensive tour schedule, extensive, you know, gym and workout schedule, and he's like acting on the side. He's doing so many things that he could not dedicate 100% of his time to that unless he was just going to quit rapping and doing what he does and just become Riff Raff the wrestler. So when he realized that he had to put that much time in, right? That, I mean, you know, maybe one day, but like not right now. Like he's got too much on the plate.
Yeah. I feel you.
So yeah, that's how that went down.
That's dope. So with Snow Bear, does he have a project coming out that you guys are working on?
Yes, he has a project coming out, and right now we don't have a title for it, but I can just say it's about 30 songs of fucking nothing but nonstop heat, and we'll sift through it and we'll put together a nice little album, nice little EP maybe. We're still deciding, but it'll be out. Look for it late September, early October, just in time for Halloween, for the trick and the treats. And we're going to have plenty of treats for y'all. So
hell yeah.
Look
we
out
might have a premiere for everybody listening too. A
Absolutely,
little something
man.
coming up.
Absolutely. We're going to play something for y'all tonight, and y'all going to really enjoy it. So, be prepared and be happy because it's about to go down.
Hell yeah. Before we get into that, I really want to know, where did you find Snow Bear?
I found Snow Bear, like, it's funny, man, because Snow Bear was just one of those guys that always supported me and Riff. And like every song, every album that we dropped, he'd always, throw me an inbox and say, hey, I really rock. And what a lot of people don't know about me is I treat everybody the same. Like I'm not like one of those people who gets a little bit of notoriety and starts acting different. So like I remember the days when I was in that position and I was trying to get people to hear my shit. So when a lot of people come to me and they're like, I'm trying to do this music shit and, I really appreciate what you and Riff are doing, what I'll tell them is, stay focused. And if you ever need any pointers or tips, hit me up.
Yeah.
And I try to get to everybody in a, timely fashion. But he was one of those people who just kindly hit me up and would give me respect and give Riff respect and always big us up. And I would always hit him back and say, you know what, if this is what you want to do, hit me up whenever you're ready and we can go from there.
Yeah.
Fast forward like 5 years later, he came to me and was like, yo, I'm ready. And I'm like, that was like, I looked at how like when someone hits you with an inbox and you see the last one, the shit had like a 13 beside it or 12 or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? That was years ago,
That's crazy.
So like he literally came back and he was a man of his word and he was ready to do his thing. He went to my website, MikeChekmusic.com. That's MikeChekmusic.com. He went to the website.
You need to go there.
if you need, shameless plug, but like if you guys need beats at an affordable rate from a, professional producer and engineer that really knows commercial sound, stop by the site and give us a hit up. There's always somebody there to take your email and respond to your request. So just hit us up. But like fast forward to Snow Bear, what he did was he went to the site, purchased all the beats that he wanted for his EP, and he recorded each one. And he had me go in and develop him as an artist as he laid those vocals down. Yeah. So what you're gonna hear is just me and him going into the lab, literally just labbing the fuck out and not coming out for like 2 days. We literally were in the lab for 2 days. Shout out to Andy Fleeb, my engineer. And like we went hard, So
I'm excited for that, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
me
crazy.
too, man. I'm really, really, really happy with what's going on right now.
Awesome. Well, yo, let's play the Snow Bear record for everybody listening right now. Let's show them a little something.
Mike Chek, Mike Chek, Mike Chek.
Fuck the fame, I want respect on my name. We still the same, about to buy new chain. Got Dracula frames with the vampire fangs. Locked in the matrix, jumped out the mainframe. Talk to Danny Hazer cause we bout to get blazed. Rep the 801, yeah that's where I stay. Got friends in the Bay, no killers in LA. Slide through Ritz, room service buffet. First one black, but my second Audi gray. Don't know who I came with, don't know where I've been. Put down the 40, picked up the pen. Blew through your city like cold winter wind.
We don't wanna wait to take it. I already said salam alaikum. You should see this, what the team is making. What team we really got it, can I take it? Cause all we wanna do is fucking party. I grab a chick, I rub up on her body. Cause all we wanna do is fucking party. Grab a chick, I rub up on her body.
Outfit glowing, in my mouth it's snowing. Crack 6-pack of paps, grass we mowing. Double cups overflowing, I'ma keep on going. Moving on up, yeah that's a blessing. Took 10 years but I learned my lesson. Raspberry dice, back-to-back sevens. Send me to hell, I'ma send you to heaven. Try to run up, strawberry macaloo. Spilled ultraviolet soda on my kicks in South Dakota. Baking soda on her face, heard she beat the case. Bad bitch, whipping work, ski mask, beach bikini. Got tricks up my sleeve, pulling strings like Houdini.
We don't wanna wait to take it. I already said salam alaikum. You should see this, what the team is making. What team we really got it, can I take it? Cause all we wanna do is fucking party. I grab a chick, I rub up on her body. Cause all we wanna do is fucking party. Grab a chick, I rub up on her body.
Top 10 tyrant, don't talk till I'm finished. Black wasabi paint, don't talk near my Bentley. Disrespect my wood grain glass like they tinted. Rolls Royce for breakfast, back seat with the spatula. Weave through the traffic, it's the boys and buried Dracula. Serve sipping certified jewels, doing backflips. Passenger seat, belt across my activist. I got a pint of purple riding shotgun. I would text my baby mama, I ain't got none. Zero category for a storm on my right arm. Riff chasing pop tarts, never hit the pop charts. Made for a meal without a golf court. It's the white Tiger Woods.
We don't wanna wait to take it. I already said salam alaikum. You should see this, what the team is making. What team we really got it, can I take it? Cause all we wanna do is fucking party. I grab a chick, I rub up on her body. Cause all we wanna do is fucking party. Grab a chick, I rub up on her body.
Hey, and we're back with Mike Chek. Little exclusive Snow Bear face card produced by yours truly, man. That shit was crazy, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. We had a lot of fun making that record, man.
Yeah.
That's a special record. And we called it Face Card specifically for the reason that this huge video that we shot with fucking JR, that was like a very, very big budget film, basically.
It was a movie.
It was a fucking movie, man. Like, we did a movie. So, like, what people will see is that this is something that we really, really took a lot of time on to make sure we got you the most quality project possible, you know?
Yeah.
So I think people appreciate it.
I can hear Riff Raff's influence on Snow Bear. Like, he must have been fucking ecstatic when Riff Raff got on that joint.
He was doing backflips, you know, like him, his whole family. Shout out to his Snow Bear's mom, because she's very supportive of what we do, and like she's like probably the reason why all this happened. You know, you wouldn't think that someone's mother would be the backbone of the operation, but she actually is. So shout out to Snow Bear's mama. Hey, Snow Bear's mama.
Because you were saying that he has like some other hustles, like he owns like his own landscaping company.
Yeah, actually, he's a big boss. You know, he has about 100 employees, and they do landscaping all up and down the Midwest. You know, so the West Coast and Midwest. So like, I mean, he's doing his thing, but he has now stepped into this realm. Yeah, he's about to boss up on this level too. So. Yeah, I'm happy to help him with that.
Hey.
Straight up.
And so besides Snow Bear, you're also working with, I think you were telling me, Dollar Bill Gates, and you were working on some crazy shit.
Yeah, man. Me and DBG, shout out to Dollar Bill Gates, the documented baller. Me, Dollar Bill Gates, as you know, we've been touring with Riff for years. You know, we've been down since day one. And anytime we get together, we just figure out a way to make an album. Yeah. You know what I mean? Straight up. So we were in Vegas and we were shooting the Snow Bear video, and like we did the face car shit that whole day. We were shooting for hours, and then Riff just decided at the end of the shoot, like, we should go to the studio and make an album. And literally we went to the fucking studio, and about 5 hours later we had 5 to 6 records.
Yeah.
So this record that we're about to play now is one of those records, and this is Big Ballers Never Change. And we're also going to shoot a super, super duper video for that as well. And JR Saint, of course, will be doing that. And I want you guys to look out for that.
That's crazy. So wait, this was Riff's idea?
Yeah, this was Riff's idea. And basically we were making the record, and Dollar Bill just walked in the session and became a part of the record, you know? And that's just how talented he is. Like, he can hear a beat, and he literally just goes off the top of the head and punches in and does his thing, and it is what it is. It comes out to be a fucking smash.
Where's he from?
He's originally from San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did he kind of link up with Riff and the whole squad?
You know what? That's a good question. I've never asked that question before. Oh. Yeah, it's always been super, super, like, a lot of stuff going on, so I've never really had a chance to really sit them down and ask how that happened. But that'll be an interesting topic on our next interview when I bring Dollar Bill and Riff Raff.
You already know.
You already.
All right, well, let's get into it. Big Ballers Never Change.
Big Ballers Never
Change.
Mike Chek music.
Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my lane when I yeah, jumped out the coupe, I Czech Republic. Wanna see me in public, you need a bigger budget. Need to shake a river, I can try Aikman. I can sing a hook, Anita Baker. Wash your Tommy diamonds, watch me wash it down. Copycat ass bitches never lost a frown. Stay away from haters and stack your racks. Stay away from the robbers and them China blacks. Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my lane when I
Wood, wheel, twisting, diamonds so big, man, they fucking up your vision. 26s, man, they fucked up my suspension. But that's okay, cause I get paper like subscriptions. Hold on, man, you're looking too suspicious. I paid her $1,500 to do my dishes. If I pull up in the Maybach, that's malicious. That's murder. If I roll the window down, you see bitches. Right there.
Ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my lane when I. Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big ballers never change. Big diamonds in my ring. Big diamonds in my ring when I lane change. Big diamonds in my lane when I.
Hey, another world premiere produced by Mike Chek in the building. Yo, Riff sounds hungry, man. Like he wants another hit.
Yeah, he is fucking like a wild animal right now, cranking out hits, doing push-ups at the same time. You know, like getting a manicure at the same, you know, like while doing a push-up. Like I've never seen anyone do that.
You
like
seen him do that?
Yeah, I've seen him get pedicure and manicure, spa while doing push-ups, you know, all in one motion, all in one breath.
That's real
It's
baller
incredible.
shit.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, big ballers never change, you know what I mean? So he's been
Absolutely.
doing shit like this for years and we're just going to continue to do it.
Whatever happened with, didn't he shoot a movie?
Yeah, he shot plenty of movies. He shoots. I mean, every day
He's
is a
got
movie
movies
with
in the
Riff
vault.
Raff,
Some
man.
artists come on the show, they
his
got
life
songs
is
in
a
the vault.
movie.
He's got movies in the vault.
Yeah, he's got tons of shit in the vault. He's always working on something. I mean, it's just skit after show after show. I mean, I can't keep up. It's always something new. Like he's got drinks from Monster that he's, you know, custom tailoring, you know, like the name and this and the flavor. So I mean, he's always got shit going on, man.
Because we had
Shout out to
Problem
Riff.
on the show not too long ago. Problem, and he was saying that he acted in one of Riff's movies or something.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going down right now.
excited,
I'm not gonna
man.
disclose because some of the shit's still in litigation, but like, yeah, he's definitely got some shit dropped.
Because back in the day, man, I used to just Google like Riff Raff skit, Riff Raff video. It would just be these funny ass Riff Raff interviews. You know what I mean? He has so much funny video content.
Man. I mean, and you can only imagine like that's what made it through the filter. You know what I mean? Like he's got tons of them that he just does all the time, and they're just stacked up in the vault.
I know, right?
You know,
that was
crazy.
back when he would say like, I could have played for the Clippers, but like he had those lines.
But they find codeine in my zipper. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
some funny ass shit.
Yeah,
That's
he's got one-liners for days. He's the king of the one-liner.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, like he's really got that shit on smash. I have no idea how he does that on the fly like that.
He's one of the best content rappers of all time.
Seriously,
Like,
hands down.
That's
Hands
what
down.
makes Riff Raff.
Hands down. And sports memorabilia. Like, I mean, he can name, you know, some baseball player that was out in fucking 85 that you would never have heard of.
Yeah.
But this guy was epic. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
he might have shot like, you know, he might have hit like 12 homers in one inning, you know, like that kind of shit. So like he really knows a lot about sports and he'll, you know, pull some of that out. You know what I mean? He's like a walking almanac, literally.
He's like, I'm the next something, and you don't even know, but he has like an accurate name there.
Right, and you think it's just some shit that he just made up, and you go Google it, and this guy was epic in his career. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he definitely collected a lot of baseball cards and football cards in his career, in his lifetime, you know.
Isn't he nice at basketball?
He's super, like, like superhuman nice. Like he does shit that you didn't even know was possible. Like, you know, and he's really fluid with his movements. And what a lot of people don't know is like when he was growing up in Houston, that's all he was doing was playing ball. And that was like, cause you know, ordinarily he was pretty much like to himself. but that was his way of like getting out and like mingling, and you know what I mean? And he made a name for himself playing ball, and that's how he got the name Riff Raff, because he would get on the court and he'd do all that shit that he saw on you know, like do you remember And One?
Oh yeah, the And One mixtapes.
Yeah, so he would look at the And One mixtapes, see the Rucker Park games, and just have all the Skip to My Lou moves.
Oh,
so I
that's
mean,
crazy.
literally, he could do the same shit that he saw, you know?
Yeah.
And he'd get on the court and he'd have all these crossovers and shit, and the old heads would be like, "Get out of here with that Riff Raff." You know what I mean? Get out of here with that Riff Raff. Oh yeah, he comes with the Riff Raff. So he named himself Riff Raff, you know? He started calling it. He actually,
Super tight.
if you look, his calves have the tattoo, and it's because of the hot handles. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where it started. It
You
was a
guys ever play
basketball
some
thing.
pickup games?
Absolutely,
At
man.
the
All the
crib?
time.
You
On
got a- you
tour.
got a
No,
court?
on tour. He
Oh,
has a
on
little
tour.
basketball court. You know, the one you fold out, you usually keep in the driveway in your garage. He'll have one of those in the tour bus. We'll pull it out. You know, anytime, pause, we'll pull that thing out, and then we'll get busy. We'll start, you know, playing, shooting hoops.
That's legit. He can play anywhere.
Anywhere
Just
he
pull-
wants. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a real interesting thing.
So you've been on tour with Riff before?
Yeah, many dates, many stories. I mean, it's been a wild ride.
What's one of the craziest stories you got from that? I want to hear some like crazy.
Some of them, I mean, most of them I can't even say.
Yeah, I bet.
But let me see. There was this one time. Oh shit. Well, there's one, like, for instance, like, we'll be on the tour bus, and he'll just have a random spurt of like creativity to just do a song. And someone will have a laptop, and we'll have a mic there and no laptop, and someone will have a laptop. We'll hook it up to their laptop and just make some shit happen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And we've done that plenty of times. Like, we'll just set up a studio, just start making, you know, a song, and then that song will end up being How to Be the Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. So it's really interesting just watching how he moves. He's just like really impulsive and just goes off of his vibe at the moment, you know?
That's
The
tight.
freestyle scientist in every sense of the word, for sure.
Definitely. I was just reading. I'm not sure if I was reading or if it was a video, but it was about how artists back in the day, when they were making albums, they'd kind of just lock themselves in the studio and just, you know, just be there for almost a
Right.
year.
Right.
But now, because so much money is made from touring, so a lot more music is made while on tour.
Mostly always, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, like I saw Lil Wayne like on a documentary doing some shit in the bathroom in Amsterdam. You know what I mean? Like, he just took the Neumann U87. Shout out to Neumann. And, you know, I love you guys. If you want to throw me
They
a
make
couple
some
mics,
nice-ass
you make
mics.
some epic ass mics.
Yeah.
But Neumann U87, he took the U87 in the bathroom and just like recorded some shit that was on the Carter. You know what I mean? So, you know, you never know when
Which
you
Carter was that?
The first one.
The first one?
The first,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm not even sure if people realize it, but like being an artist is just it's all based on inspiration. It's all based on a vibe. It's all based on a feeling. And when that feeling hits you, you got to make it happen right then and there. You know what I mean? So like that's basically what happened when we were in Vegas a couple weeks with the Big Baller Never Change shit. We were doing the face card video, and he caught the vibe from what we were doing that day and was like, yo, let's hit the lab tonight. So yeah, what you guys just heard, that was the aftermath of the face card video. You know what I mean?
that's
That
dope.
was taken from the inspiration
Both
of
of
that
those
day.
songs. Okay.
That the Big Ballers Never Changed
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Raff. So yeah, it came out pretty dope, man. And you know, I hope you guys run out and just grab that shit up and download it and play it for all your
All
friends.
these are coming soon.
Family, yeah. They're
Yeah.
all dropping very, very soon.
So you've kind of discovered like a lot of talent.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you see in the artist and you're like, you have potential?
I look for drive. I look for passion, you know, most of all, because I know that you have to be very passionate to do this, you know, because it doesn't just happen overnight. You know, this is something that is very well thought out, and it's usually based on a whole bulk of work. So like if there is an artist, I look at their ethics. Like if they just have to record or have to write or have to, you know, constantly work on their craft, that's what I look for, because that's essentially what it's going to take for you to be successful.
Definitely.
Is to not want to see financial gain in order to get motivated to do this. A real artist just wants to do this just because, you know, like this is what makes you feel alive. You know what I mean? This is what makes you feel at home and at peace with yourself. So a true artist, that's what I look for. I look for someone who just wants to create. When me and Riff first started out and he didn't have any fame or any like huge million followers and all that, he just wanted to constantly be in a studio. He wanted to constantly create. He wanted me to constantly play beats for him. If we were just chilling out, watching cartoons or some shit, just smoking weed or whatever, he'd just say, you know, put a beat on, or let's, you know, try to make a beat right now. We could be overseas somewhere, like, you know, doing some other shit. But like, he would always constantly want to be in the element. And that's one of the things that I looked at him in the beginning, like, hey, this guy's going to do it whether or not I help him out or not. You know what I mean? Like, he just genuinely just wants to do this. And that's the same passion that I had. And that's what I look for in other artists. You know, from the experiences that I've shared with Riff, now I know exactly what the spark is. So when I see it, I just immediately know what that is now. Yeah.
And you definitely also work with artists who have uniqueness.
Yeah.
You know
that's
I mean?
really interesting too, that sorry to cut you off, but that it's really interesting too, because I sat back and I looked at that as well. Like, you know, it's really interesting to see the artists that do gravitate to my sound and do like actually make a career out of what we did. Yeah. They're very interesting artists. They're very, you know, into who they are. They know themselves very well, and they're super good at what they do. So, I mean, I'm very, very thankful for the artists that have given me a shot and allowed me to guide them and lay out the canvas for them to paint and be Basquiat, you know. Yeah. All over again.
It's crazy to just imagine, like, Riff Raff, before he's where he is now, back before he even blew up, he was that same dude with the cornrows and the tattoos. Absolutely, and like, man. Just that
MTV Riff Raff.
That guy.
Right, with the BET tattoo on one side, the World Star on the other, and the MTV on his throat, you know? Like, I mean, when I saw that, I mean, that alone right there can like have a person that thinks deeply like me, like, wait a minute, this guy's passionate about what he believes in. Other people looked at it one way, but I looked at it like, no, this guy is actually foreseeing his future and putting that out to the universe, and it's gonna come to him. Because we were together when MTV first saw that tattoo. So some of the producers walked up to us at a festival that we were doing in Asbury, New Jersey, Asbury Park. And I think like Bon Jovi was performing, and this was like, he was one of the openers, and you know, he had got he was one of the openers for the show. And they, you know how they had like a side sound stage for like unknown artists, and it was like a huge stage for Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses and all these guys. So like, he was doing a little small stage on the side, but people actually knew who he was.
Was this before G's to Gents?
This was right after G's to Gents, like directly after that. So like, he did that, and I noticed from that point, like, he would rock a crowd of 100 people the same way he would rock a crowd with 5, 6, 10,000 people. Yeah. So just that art, you know, that passion for the art is what I look for in every artist, you know.
So when did you and Riff first meet?
We first met, I think, I want to say around like 06, 07. Okay. And it was like around the end of the MySpace era. Yeah. Just to give you a good example, like, we were following each other on MySpace. So I mean, it was a while ago.
Was Riff on World Star a lot back then?
He was on World Star every day. Okay.
Yeah,
he was literally popping up on World Star every day. Like, a lot of people don't know that him and Q, rest in peace Q, he developed a relationship with him where anything that he posts, you know, they would show love, you know, and that
was one of the editors.
Q was actually the owner of the website that passed away. Okay. And he basically like saw something in Riff like I did, and he was like, "Yo, I like your passion," and whatever they worked out, they worked out. But his videos, literally, that he was doing in his bathroom of his apartment in West Hollywood, they would go viral. You know,
Yeah,
he would put these videos on his YouTube, and they'd literally hit World Star the next day.
Yeah.
So he got whiff of that, and he just really
You just roll with it.
rolled with it.
Yeah.
But you know, how many people would say, "Oh, I need a 7D or I need a 5D or the red camera to do this"? Like, I saw that he was willing to set up his phone right on the sink, and kind of like. And he would have the shower curtain matching his jacket, and I mean, just putting on a show.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And that kind of thing showed me, like, okay, we're dealing with a different kind of animal here. You know, like Riff Raff is not your average guy that's just gonna do things, by the book. He does things his way, and that way proves to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be yourself, and it'll fucking. You'll end up where you're supposed to end up.
Because Riff Raff, like you were saying, would just make a video in his kitchen,
Yeah.
and it would be the funniest shit.
The funniest shit ever. And
Yeah.
a lot of that would happen because he just does things on the fly. I think what a lot of people do is they overthink it, and it comes out corny because they're like doing too much.
Yeah.
With him, it just comes out. You know what I mean? And if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, he's not gonna go and try to recreate that. He's like, "Oh, you missed it. Like, catch it on the next time. It's not time."
Got
So
it.
he totally knows himself, and he knows when he's gonna heat up, and he knows when it's camera time.
Yeah.
And when it's camera time, he just turns the switch on. Yeah.
You know how Riff kind of talks like, he'll say things like in a very descriptive way, and like kind of has his own lingo that
Absolutely.
you can't copy it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Was he always talking like that?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. He always had that, you know what? Oh, you're wearing like a candy magenta. You know what I mean? Like, but a lot of people don't realize that he knows a lot about colors and hues because that's what he did before.
Because you would think
he
he's
made
just
it.
making this shit up.
Well, he painted cars in Houston. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
he was doing. Like, that's how he made his money. Like, he was riding around in a peach Jaguar,
That's perfect for him.
a peach Q45, and it had like a green Jag and a bunch of different cars with these hues and paints that he would mix together and make his own paint.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's literally like the Andy Warhol of rap. You know what I mean? Like, homie's a true artist to the fullest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I know another artist that you're working with right now who I've really been getting into lately is Nick James.
Shout out to Nikki, man. Yo, Nikki. Yee. Bay Area, stand the fuck up. Cause I mean, speaking of true artists, like, he's definitely one of those people that I would compare him to a Riff Raff because he has his own lane. He has his own situation where he just knows himself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's not trying to prove anything to anybody, but he just comes with it. And like, anytime me and him do a song, literally the way that the city embraces it and responds to it and receives it is remarkable. And like, it's interesting because like, he'll send me records in the middle of the night and be like, "Yeah, I just recorded this song. Like, Brody, we got this. This is lit." And I'll be like, "Really?" And then I'll hear it, and then I'll fucking be blown away every time. You know? And he never ceases to amaze me when he comes back with his shit. Like, his shit is always crazy.
So he's kind of like a hometown hero in the Bay.
Definitely a hometown hero, I would say. Like, Pittsburgh, California is his hometown, and he literally like is the guy from that area. I will say that for sure.
And did you meet him through Riff?
No, I actually just met him through MikeChekMusic.com.
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean, he kind of found me, and what I always do, and what a lot of people don't realize that I do, is I go and I look at all those invoices, and I look at the emails that they leave, and the address too. Like, I look at the region where the city that they're coming from, and I Google these emails, and I try to find these artists and see who's downloading what and who's buying what. And when I saw his email, I looked him up, and I saw it was him, and I reached out to him and was just like, "Yo, you're dope, homie. Like, me and you, we need to link up. We need to do more shit more often." And the relationship just built from there.
I love that, man. Because a lot of producers, they could care less who buys their
Absolutely.
beats, you know what I mean? But you're really dedicated to the people that use your beats.
Right. And it comes with me being cool with my clients and actually having conversations with them. A lot of them, I have personal relationships with them where I'll give them my telephone number, and they'll call me up and they'll want to talk, and I'll kick it with them. And what I'll learn from a lot of artists that I speak to is that there are producers that are not even quote unquote like out there really, and they're just online like selling to a couple people and they're dicks.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel bad when I hear like good people going through bad situations with producers who are just like so full of themselves that they can't even come down to earth and have a conversation and kind of hear what these people are going through so that they know with future clients how to treat them. So like with me, I just listen to what my clients are saying, and they're like, yo, you got back to me so fast. These other guys, they told me like, you know, wait 2 weeks. And then if I hit them up after the 2 weeks, they're like, you're bothering me. Stop fucking hitting me up so much. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like, you know, people, you provide a service and then you have clients that come and pay you for this service and you treat them like that, you know? So it let me know that a lot of what I needed to do was treat people better than my competitors, so to speak. And it worked out.
Because you're really one of the most respectful artists I've ever met.
Thank you, man.
I'm not surprised that you have such a mutual
really
respect for the people that you're working with.
I really appreciate that, man. But you know what? It comes from just being resilient, you know, being from New York City. And like, I was one of those kids who used to run up to, you know, Fab Five Freddy's car and like, you know, KRS-One and Large Professor. And I was trying to get my stuff heard, you know? Yeah. And if it weren't for those guys being humble and respectful enough to hear me out, I wouldn't even be where I'm at. So I understand that the real guys that are really out there and like the real hip hop pioneers who really like help, you know, spearhead this movement that we call rap, hip hop, music, you know, the whole culture. Those guys are some of the coolest motherfuckers you'll ever want to meet in your life, you know? And it's only because they know that the guy walking up to them with that demo tape could be the next Eminem, could be the next Dr. Dre. So if you're really intelligent, as you claim to be, then you would understand that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Because all the real producers that are killing it in the game did that same sort of A&R work that you're putting in right now.
You have to. You know, you got to wear both hats.
Definitely.
For sure.
I want to get into this Nick James song that came out, Deserve It.
Deserve It. Actually, it's changed. We changed the name to Summer Camp.
Summer Camp.
Yeah. The name of it is Summer Camp, and it's on YouTube right now. It's going crazy. It's Nick James. Check this out.
Mike Chek music.
Hey, I just want what I deserve. I've been putting in that work. Shit, honestly, I'll probably work until I'm stretched out in the back of a hearse. I can sit here and tell you lies about all the things I never did. Shit, but most days I'm either at work, in the stew, or smoking at the crib. Yeah, will I ever stop stressing? Probably not, so I'm smoking. Just a kid from Pittsburgh, California, about 30 minutes out of Oakland. Ayy, I've been around the world a couple times, but ain't nothing like the Bay. Ayy, they say that life's a bitch, so I'ma make her mine and come on her face. Ayy, cause most these other rappers talk about it, they don't even really do shit. They struggle just to get a couple dollars and they wanna give me their 2 cents, but I'ma make my own blueprint. No mistakes, no excuses. All I wanna do is get the money, talking big faces with the blue strips. Yeah. Ayy, big ballin' like Shaq and Penny in blue chips. Talking about no more Mickey D's, just Benihana's and roof Chris. Yeah. Hey, I walk like this cause the shoe fits. I'm getting high as the roof is. I'm breaking down the weed until my fingers like glue sticks. Damn, hey, bullshit aside, I'm just a regular motherfucker. Never been the type to snake a motherfucker, let alone hate a motherfucker, no. Hey, in other words, I ain't like you. I'm moonwalking like Mike do. I hit the beat just like Ryu. Hey, and I deserve it all. Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Hey, nowadays I'm feeling like I need to take another breath. Shit, I'm in the studio every night, cooking dope like I'm Walter White. Hit the weed before I rode a bike. Hey, fuck it, man, I'm just living life. Hell yeah.
This shit ain't making no sense. Damn, I do my thing with it. I can tell when the money coming. Something like when your palm mention. I done put time on you niggas, won't lie to you niggas, small fry to me, nigga. I done put time on you niggas, won't lie to you niggas, small fry to me, nigga. Swagger jacking on my steezy. Niggas run me like a replay. Shit look easy. I can make it look easy. I just got out of a street race. Like I'm black like Limilton. Riding around like the president. Word on one like it's heaven sent. I used to pray to the reverend. Promise to never go broke again. Thing like medicine. Right up the road like it's Edison. When the fuck is on my check? You know why I take my time with it. When we making all these hits. You know
know what time it is. Catch me exploding, like I'm the bomb. Competition characters like they Comic-Con. My money flip, old and beyond. Gold around my neck, yeah, I'm the champion. Champion like rock, you cannot stop. No, you cannot stop. Hey, hey, my life is a movie. Sit back and just watch me. Wax on, wax off. Like Mr. Miyagi. Hey, your bitch wet. Like a tsunami. Higher than a motherfucker. Feeling like I'm godly. Feeling like I'm godly. Floating like a butterfly. Burning like a Miley. Burning, burning, I'm smoking. Higher than a motherfucker. Feeling like I'm godly. Floating like a butterfly. Burning like a Miley. Burning, burning, I'm smoking.
Summer Camp, Nick James, produced by Mike Chek, man. That shit was another banger, bro.
Yo, thank you so much, man. You know, like, this is really, really a great thing what you guys are doing over here at the Kickback. You know, you're giving artists that are real artists a chance to get their shit heard, man. So shout out to Dash and the Kickback. You guys are doing some really special shit over here.
We really love showcasing like these upcoming dudes. You know what I mean? Because I always, even when I was in middle school, I always took pride in being the first one to find that dope rapper. You know what I mean? Like I put all my friends on to Kendrick Lamar back in like 09.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And there's no greater feeling than that. Like telling your homies, like, remember? I was the first, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was the first to put you on that, remember?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So it's crazy, man.
Shit, cool.
You know what? I feel like you would understand this more than anyone, but because I've been listening to hip hop since I was about 8 years old.
Right.
And lately, hip hop's been going through these changes where I'd hear these artists or these rappers, and I'd kind of be like, "Is this for real?
Yeah.
Is this just funny or is this real?
Is this authentic?
And
from the heart?
Like you'll look at it 3 years later, and it's the hottest shit out.
Yeah, bro.
How do you feel about that? This new wave, these new subgenres that are coming out in hip hop, all this.
I love it, man. I love it. I respect the new movement. Shout out to Famous Dex. Shout out to Rich the Kid. I love what you guys are doing, and let's work. You know, like all the new artists that are out right now, Lil Pump. I mean, there's so many of them, but like, I love what they're doing because the outlet that kids have today that wasn't from yesterday is the internet. You know what I mean? YouTube, like World Star, Vlad TV. I mean, these publications are giving people the voice that they never had before or had the opportunity to get. So I really respect the fact that the new movement has an outlet for what they're doing. You know what I mean? And they figured it out. And, you know, just really finding their audience and fucking selling out shows left and right and getting in this bread. So, I mean, I love it. I got to respect that.
It's tight because it's like the first time where if you put out something that's hot, it will go.
It's going.
You know what I mean?
It's going.
That's all it takes.
Right. And that's what I tell a lot of people. Like, don't overthink about, oh, well, what's going to happen with this or who am I going to market this to? Because the beauty of the internet is you can release something, publish it, and find your audience. Yeah. You know, there is no like, oh, I don't know who's going to take to this, because if you promote it and it goes across enough ears, you're going to find your audience. You know what I mean? That shit's going to speak to someone. And you could be like just a guy, like a lot of people want to fake who they are. Just be yourself. Because even if you're a dude who just skateboards and, you know, takes pictures every now and then who decides to rap, you could talk about that shit, and there's a million people out there who think that same way. Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that, you know, like project who you are and you'll find your audience.
Yeah. That's the thing is, I was telling you, I was just doing A&R for Republic Records like the last 6 months.
Congrats on that, big bro.
Thank you, man. And people would send us tons and tons of music. And my whole thing was, it was cool that people send out music and things, but if it's dope, I'll find it. You know what I mean? I will find it. And like, you have no idea, but I've probably listened to your song before.
Damn, bro. It's so crazy that you say that, because people tell me all the time, like, yo, have you heard this? And you heard that? And I'll kind of explain it to them, and they'll look at me like I'm crazy. I'll be like, well, you know, I know about that person, but like that wave hasn't hit me yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm still waiting for the wave to hit me. You know what I mean? Because there's some people that I'll hear their shit and I'm like, I don't know, you know, and then I'll hear something else and it's just like, okay, now I get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying with that. Like sometimes you don't have to go looking for it. It'll just kind of like pop up and you're like, yo, I know who that is.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how it was with Lil Uzi. Like for me, I'm not sure for everybody else, but like I heard Lil Uzi shit and I'm like, this kid's got something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lil Uzi.
That's tight. That's like when you were just getting in here, I was talking about the homie Global Dan.
Right.
And I showed that to Josh and Q, our video guys, and then they were saying, oh yeah, our roommate was playing it the other day.
Right.
And now this might be the first time you're hearing Global Dan, but then you might hear it a month from now and you'd be like, okay, I gotta check this out now. Like that's how hot shit happens. That's how it works. You know what I mean?
What happens a lot too, like as an artist, you kind of gotta be your own biggest fan. And when I like, for instance, not to go back to my brother Riff Raff, but Riff
He's a great
Raff
example for like
is
everything.
a great example about being an artist, and before anyone knows who you are, you're a fan of yourself.
Yeah.
So one day I'm on the phone with Riff, and this was way back, you know, probably like summer of 07, and he's fucking watching, just to show you like the just the time stamp what's going on. He was watching Jersey Shore. He was like a big Jersey Shore fan at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, hold on a minute. The couch is here. And I'm like, what couch? You know what I mean? He's like, you won't even believe it. Like, I got this fucking suede leather couch with my name on it. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? Like, he got a customized leather and suede couch reupholstered with his name on it? And this was before anyone knew who he was. This is before, this is almost a decade before the Codeine Castle and all this.
Yeah, yeah.
And this man was putting thousands of dollars into leather couches with his name on it. And this was before anyone knew who he was. So, I mean, you really have to believe in yourself, and you really have to be your biggest fan in order to make this work.
Where's that couch now?
Who knows, man? Who knows? I have no idea.
Oh, shit.
I don't even talk about that couch.
I'm about to grab that off of eBay tonight, bro. I already know that's out there somewhere, man.
Oh, man. It's floating around Houston somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, that's funny.
Release the couch.
We want it, man. Yo, we need that on the kickback, bro. I just want people chilling on the Riff Raff couch, dog.
Hit my line. If you got the couch, hit my line.
Hit us up, bro. Real talk. Man. So, yo, I was I'm sure you've already seen it. Riff Raff's Cribs episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of him going through the Codeine Castle, just showing all that. Man, that was hilarious.
Absolutely, man. And you know, it was really interesting because he wouldn't put any furniture in the Codeine Castle for a whole year until he found exactly what he wanted. Like that's how like his vision as an artist and everything that he does, it applies. You know what I mean? So like he won't go and get, you know, furniture. Like everything has to match the theme of the home. And when I say that,
because he's that artistic,
and probably mixed with a little OCD too,
okay.
You know what I mean? But like, no disrespect, but like at the same time, like because when I say that he gets down to the like the bare minimals of how it's all cohesive together, is like you'll go in the bathroom and even the hand soap is purple. You know what I mean? Even like the toothbrush is purple. He'll find a deodorant that has like a purple strip across the front of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's very like it never ends. It goes it goes even deeper than that. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Shout out to Riff and the Codeine Castle and the Huskies.
So does Riff just like have his fridge like loaded up with pints of codeine and like the lean is on deck?
Yes, all the things that you would pretty much imagine that he would have that would look like a video prop is real life. You know, there are no pots and pans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of codeine bottles in the fridge.
Because that's just like Houston culture now,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, a lot of Gatorade too, a lot of water, you know, around. There's definitely a lot of water and a lot of musical equipment everywhere and dog toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you smoke a lot of bud, right?
I definitely smoke a lot of bud. I've been a weed advocate for some time. Shout out to all the dispensaries in Colorado and West Coast, East Coast that have showed me so much love. Keep sending the weed. I love it.
What's your favorite strand?
My favorite strand, I'm going to honestly keep it all the way 1,000 with you, man. I'm still like into the OG Kush, man. Like
OG
just
Kush.
Good old California Kush.
I feel it.
You know, all the extra shit is great. You know, like cookies.
I like the cookies.
Yeah, I love the cookies. You know what I mean? Like, but really, I'm an OG Kush kind of dude, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, the OG Kush just.
So do you prefer indica over
Helps me.
sativa?
I prefer the indica, but like I've been hearing like a lot of people like, oh, I like sativa, it keeps me up. When that's totally the opposite of what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? I take the sativa when it's bedtime, when it's time to like Netflix and chill, get a little, you know what I mean? Crazy. Cause you get hazy and I need to stay focused. So I can't like be making music and getting super hazy and I don't fucking know what I'm doing, you know? So I want to keep that buzz and still heighten my senses, because I smoke to heighten my senses. Like I'll smoke and I'll hear shit in a beat that no one in a million years would have heard. And I'll like, oh shit, that one little tick tick, you know? And I feel like that's the weed for me, because I'll hear it sober and I would have never heard it. And then I smoke a little, now I hear the shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever works for you works, but the indica works for me. And I love that shit.
What do you use to produce?
As far as like vices or
as far
equipment?
as your dog,
because we all got vices. Nah, but anyway, it's just water for those who are wondering. I use Studio One still, bro.
Okay.
Personas, I'll say this again, hit me up, because I'm definitely, you know, promoting you guys heavy in the streets. But Studio One producer version 3 is really the most cohesive, powerful software that any producer on the world could, in the world could possibly have.
And you mix in Studio One also?
I mix, I master, I do everything in Studio One, and I bring in outside plugins, and it's very like plugin friendly. You know what I mean? You don't have to go through all the crazy stuff that some of these other software companies provide. It's really click and drag. It's really, really easy. So I like just having a fast workflow so that I don't have to like, oh, I got to dial in this. You know, I just need to while I have the idea there, I need to bring in my instruments and my plugins immediately. And it allows me to do that.
I know you sampled before, but it doesn't sound like you sample a lot.
Nah, I don't really sample anymore. You know, what I'm into now is sampling samples of myself. So what I'll do is I'll play a melody out and I'll sample that. And then on top of that, filter it, on top of that, phaser it, on top of that, like, and I'll just keep doing things until it's its own little thing. Okay. You know what I mean? So my thing is, I make music now, not just for the artists, but I make music for producers and engineers. And it's weird to say that because they're not buying it, but those are essentially the people who have to respect it in the end. Yeah. So when these artists are bringing this shit up to a random engineer and the engineer's like, yo, who did your beats? Well, this shit sounds tight. You know what I mean? It helps with the sale. It helps with the person